Hey guys! So I finished pretty much all the book reviews that I'm equipped to do at the present moment. Wicca 333 took me so long that I have not finished like 3 or 4 of the other books that I purchased. I'm currently in the middle of the new Thea Sabin book and I'm loving it so far. So there will be a book review for that probably in the next few weeks because I'm devouring it very quickly, and then I have Crafting Wiccan Traditions by Grimassi, so we'll see about that one, and then The Magical Household by Cunningham that I've just purchased, in addition to a few others that have sat on my bookshelf for months that I've never finished or started. And there are several others that I want to buy very, very soon, so there will be more book reviews coming, just not right now. Today I'm going to answer one of the questions that I am asked fairly frequently on YouTube by subscribers and is discussed extensively on message boards, and that's kind of my own view of the afterlife. Obviously, this varies from pagan to pagan and from one Neo-Wiccan or Wiccan to another, but there's no way we can be sure, obviously. I mean, even people who have had near-death experiences and have come back and had all these things that they saw, there's no way to know for sure if that's actually what they were seeing, if it was actually truth, or if it was chemical reactions in the brain. There's no facts to base this on, as everyone knows, so it's all my personal belief, and I'm not saying in any part of this video, if you disagree with me, even if you're of the same path as I am, or a similar path, that you're wrong. Personally, since I'm a part of a nature religion, I draw inspiration from nature to kind of figure out how things work. We see the cyclical nature of nature. We see it in the water systems, in life, in the recycling of resources, in the universe and the life and death of stars and planets. All of this material is recycled. They may die, but they come back in a different form or another, and that's kind of how I view life. You live and you amass all sorts of knowledge, but then you die and you move on to another incarnation. And I don't necessarily have any rules that I follow in terms of reincarnation. Like, there's no like set hierarchy of what is better than what, since I view that there are certain things that you learn from each life that you preordain before you begin that incarnation. You can choose any sort of incarnation to learn them. For example, if I needed to learn about being able to be dependent on others or something in my next life, I might choose to be an animal and have, you know, a master, for lack of a better word, an owner, I guess, or whatever. I know neither of those terms is particularly liked in some of the communities that are really in favor of animals' rights, but I don't really know what other terms they use. Anyway, that might be a way that I can learn what I need to know. It's not saying that I'm taking a step backwards because I'm just an animal or anything like that. I think all incarnations are equally valid and equal in terms of how they live their lives and what they can get out of them. If you have a goal that you need to attain in that life in terms of what you can learn, you choose the incarnation that is best for you to learn it. For example, I talked about how I believe that I preordained that I was going to come into this world in the body of a person with albinism this time. And I probably decided other things about my life and how it was going to go, but major things, not down to every detail. I don't believe in fate, I guess. I believe there are major things that are set so that your life can follow the course that you need to go in terms of what you need to learn from that incarnation, but I don't believe that everything was set by you or deity before you started your life. Anyway, so after you've learned what you need to learn from your life and you pass on, I believe there's a sort of time of introspection. You kind of go over what you learned in your life, that past life, and all of the lives preceding it, and figure out what you still want to learn, what you still want to give to the world before you start your next incarnation. And during that time, there can be all sorts of other avenues that you can pursue. I'm going to talk about spirit guides in another video, but I believe that comes into play here, that you can choose to be a spirit guide. Because there's that time between incarnations, if there is business that you haven't finished, there's that whole ghost thing that you could do, that you could try to finish whatever it was that you didn't accomplish in your past life. And then when you're ready and you've kind of figured out what you want out of your next life, you move on, in my view. So I think that's how that cycle works. Some people believe that there's an end to that cycle where you reach enlightenment, and I don't necessarily believe that. And I wrote the notes for this so long ago that I found a really awesome quote from a Bones episode that I was watching this past season, or maybe it was a few months ago when I watched all of the seasons of Bones. I can't remember when it was said. It's into my theory of reincarnation very well. A quote from Bones herself. She is talking to Angela, and she says, "Nothing in this universe happens just once, Angela. Nothing. Infinity goes in both directions. There is no unique event, no singular moment." And obviously, yeah, I believe that to be true. Yeah, my theories about the afterlife are kind of difficult to explain. There, there are ties that I believe in to Irish mythology and things like that, but I'm not going to go into those at all in this video because they're kind of complex. And if you're not familiar with Irish mythology, you'll just kind of sit there and stare blankly at the screen as I talk about it. So those are my views in a nutshell, I guess, and I will see you guys later.